Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your messages from the Spirit Realm reading. We are going to let the spirits speak and say whatever it is they have to say about what's going on in your life at this time because they see all that we do not. So let's get right in and pull a card to open up the energy for your reading. All right. Ooh, a being from the Pleiades, number 33. So brand new ideas, new information, messages are going to be coming in for you guys. And as this is a general reading, these messages could be conversation coming from another person, or these messages could be coming from higher level beings that are really trying to communicate with you about your life, about your spiritual mission, your purpose for this life journey. Some of you have been asking some really big questions, and this is a more evolved collective consciousness that is trying to work with you at this time that's beyond the earth plane. So you are very divinely guided, Scorpio. Do not underestimate your intuitive promptings and the signs and synchronicities that are around you. And those of you who identify as starseed, this is a huge confirmation of that energy for you. All right, let's pull a numerology card and see what this Pleiades collective wants to add to this message. All right, so we have number 91 with surrender. This is this collective coming in saying we are communicating with you through the number 91. And when you see that number, it starts repeating. That is a message that you need to loosen your grip on a situation or expected outcome. We got to kind of surrender to the energy in that moment and balance ourselves and ground ourselves, because it's like you'll miss details, or maybe you'll make a decision that you wish that you could redo, a little bit down the road. So when you're seeing 91 frequently, that's the spirits around you saying surrender to the energies, come into a place of balance, Scorpio, and everything will become crystal clear. And in that space, you see all this purple here in the Merkaba. That's when this collective can really speak to you. You're channeling messages, whether you recognize that or not. And some of you may be having some really interesting dreams, dreaming of beings from another world, another land, and it's not just a dream. Like, there is this higher collective really trying to work with you guys at this time. So let's pull some more messages from them and see what else they would like to add. Never judge another. And patience is a virtue. Oh, Scorpio. See, the spirits are like, slow your roll, find your center, rebalance yourself, because things are working out better than you expect. But also, Scorpio, I feel like a higher calling to this message. Like, this goes beyond what you're experiencing in the physical realm. It's almost as though this collective is saying, pull your eyes from what's going on around you and look to the light. Look to the 5D perspective of everything going on. And in that space, it's like everything becomes crystal clear to you. And you'll see where we need to soften and surrender our energy and never judge another. This goes two ways, Scorpio. The opinions and thoughts of others, do not let them penetrate you, because they're not walking in your shoes. They don't know your circumstances. It doesn't matter what other people say or their opinions. Some of you, I feel this has penetrated and really hurt you deeply, because maybe you cared about this person or you really admired or respected. And this is like, don't don't let somebody else's negative shadow projection on you penetrate you and hurt you. And then also with never judge another, it goes the other way, where, you know, just because you're watching somebody from an external standpoint and you're like, oh my gosh, I would never do that, I would never say that, I would never be that. You never would, yes, but they've walked a whole different set of circumstances and life events than you, and their level of consciousness may be much lower than you. So your guides here are like, don't worry about what they're doing, even if they are acting stupid. You know, it's like, it's on them. It's almost as though you're trying to take on the lower vibration of others. Like, you want better for people, or these certain people in your life, like you want better for them, so you continue to like give them a chance, be there, try to understand, and they're just at a lower level of consciousness, Scorpio, and that is an inside job. Like, they have to take the life circumstances and events and utilize them for transformation, okay? And that's a personal choice that we all make. And you could say, well, I don't feel like it's a personal choice, it's just something that happens. Like, I always feel like I have to be the bigger person. That's just speaking to your higher level of consciousness, and the spirits around you want you to know that. And with patience as a virtue, we have patience as a virtue and surrender. That's all about softening your energy and allowing things to flow. Some of you could be really good at like feeling things out, and you know what's to come. Like, you pick up on energies very, very well. And right now you feel a bit stuck in that. Like, you can't see what's ahead. You can't feel it out. And the spirits are like, just have patience, surrender. Like, when you can't feel something out, it's because your energy is too balled up for whatever reason. And that's when we need to come back to center, balance, ground, meditate, you know, whatever you do to get back to the essence of you. And things will just flow. Things become much more clear for you. So let's pull some more cards and see what else the Pleiades Collective would like to let you know. Dark thoughts, discovery, and teacher. And this is coming out under patience. So Scorpio, the more you pull your energy back and center, it's going to pull you up out of like this sort of energy, like over analyzing, worrying, what if this, what if that, like, you know, all those sort of dark thoughts. It really pulls you down. When you come back to center and you allow the Pleiades Collective to rise you up and show you that higher perspective, you discover a lot about people, about your life, about different circumstances and situations. Because, you know, down here at ground level, what certain people are saying and doing could appear very ugly, very dark. Just again, like, I would never do that. I would never be that. But as you shift into that 5D awareness inside yourself, you see that person from a different perspective, and you realize you've been put in this situation to shine the light, to be the light, to hold the space for, see how it says people, for people in your life. You are a teacher, you are an inspiration, and so that's why it requires patience, because you are a higher level consciousness here. And so at times you could just be like, are you kidding me? Like, how are you doing that? How are you being that? How are you saying that? It's just because they're not there in that 5D space, and getting too caught up in the analyzing of the situation or the person, it pulls you down into this dark space, Scorpio. And you're meant to exist in this higher, you know, 5D connection, a higher 5D perception, so that you can always see the truth of all people, all things, all situations. Like, you'll always know. And when you feel yourself getting really out of balance, it's because there's been some over analyzing. But, you know, You are here to teach and inspire and bring forth a lot of light to many who come in contact with you. And consciousness up here, you are higher level. So if you get too caught up in analyzing just the details of like the physicality of life and everything that goes on, it really pulls you down and makes you feel hopeless or just disgusted with the world, with people. And you are a higher level being. That's why the Pleiades are coming in saying, hey, we're working with you. The information you receive, the insight, the understanding, the empathy, all of that is from this like 5D consciousness in which you truly are. And you're meant to bring that forth to all that you encounter here in the earth plane. So let's pull some tarot. So when you see 91, that is this Pleiades collective saying, hey, Scorpio, surrender, go back to center, because then you're going to see the answer. Like all will become crystal clear. We have the King of Cups. There you are. The Tower. Page of Wands. Ten of Swords. And the Star. I love that because you got the Pleiades collective and then you got the Star. So Scorpio, I know those advanced souls that are on this planet, and the reading this is, for those this reading is intended for, every single one of you are one of these like more advanced souls, wise old soul, perhaps from the Pleiades collective yourself. Life can get hard. Like this reading is for you guys, where the spirits around you are like, I know it's a lot on you at times, Scorpio, but for you, you've got to know your life is always going to transition back into the good, back into the higher frequencies of energy. And sometimes we do have to go into the darkness and experience, so we possess the understanding and have the light to offer others who are in that space of darkness. And with the Star, this is like you're always going to prevail, Scorpio. You are always going to prevail. You are very divinely guided in this journey, and things are always going to kind of happen unexpectedly. So, you know, no matter how dark and glim things may seem at different points along your journey, never give into that energy, because you're always going to snap out of that. Like there's always going to be, like when you go in that dip, there's going to be a bounce higher than ever before. So anytime you're in this energy, especially if you start seeing number 91 repeat all over the place, that is your message that all is well. Just rebalance center, and anything that evades you, anything that seems impossible, like all of those thoughts and emotions that bury us when we feel worried and we feel restricted, you're going to always see the answer, the solution, the way. Like out of no way, a way will be made. And it's because you'll see it when you go into that 5D consciousness in which you truly, truly are. And you may fluctuate back and forth between the 5D and the 3D because of the different experiences and people that you encounter, and it's only for you to gain a deeper understanding of those energies. Okay, you're always meant to bounce back up into the higher light, because you are a teacher. You bring inspiration, you bring knowledge, you bring a better way of life. You've just got to have patience with the amount of time it takes people to activate, to awaken, to fully understand. Like you're somebody who could make a mistake one time and you're like, okay, I'm never doing that again. I've learned, you know, that's that. Whereas somebody else, it's like they could do the same thing like 5 times and you're like, are you gonna get it? Like, is this ever gonna register for you? You know, so this collective is really trying to bring you into awareness of the depth of you and the consciousness expansiveness of you. And in that space, it allows you to see others differently, but also allows those lower vibrational opinions and words to not hurt you, to not penetrate you, because you will have a stronger recognition of the vibration of energy in which that person is operating from. And, you know, when we're in very low vibration, there is no love and compassion and empathy, right? It's somebody's mean and nasty and lashing out, and that can hurt. But when you recognize they're in that vibration, you know, there's like, think of it this way. If somebody drinks quite a bit of alcohol and they become intoxicated and they're acting, you know, ridiculous, there is really nothing you can do about it, right? Until they sober up. Like, they've got to get to the point of becoming sober, and then, you know, they'll see the light. You got to kind of look at it that way, that, you know, when you're in that lower vibrational energy, when somebody predominantly operates in that, it's like as impossible as trying to get somebody who's very intoxicated to take things seriously and understand. Like, it's that same type of energy. And so coming at it from that perspective, it will also let you know when, you know, it's a good time to speak, or when your words are just going to fall on deaf ears. Because if somebody's down here, they're not going to hear what you have to say. You can only be that example. You can only hold the light, hold the space for them, and hope for the best eventually. But you got the stars shining on you, and you got a lot of protection around you spiritually. You're meant to bring a lot to everybody you meet this life journey, Scorpio. Never underestimate yourself and your power and the depth of who you are. All right, let's pull some more tarot. Like, you guys are out of this world. Whether you are connected to the Pleiades consciousness or not, like, you guys are truly out of this world. Like, your energy, everything you offer, everything you bring with you, and the spirits around you want you to know that and see that in a much bigger way, because it's almost as though if everything around you is small and you're big, you feel like you're the one that's out of place, when the truth is everything is small because it's in a different stage of development. Like, there's so much more growth and expansion, okay, that these other energies need to go through, that you've already you know, completed lifetimes before this one. So it's like you're not the odd one out, even though you feel that way. You're not, and they want you to know that. All right, so we have Six of Cups. You want a kindred spirit. You want a soul companion that understands you. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, here it is. No matter how grim things get, Scorpio, they're going to always shockingly switch very quickly, especially when you go back to center and balance your energy. You'll go to that 5D understanding. And now we have the Seven of Wands. You always have the upper hand. Like, never forget that. You are not the odd one out. You're just working with a different form of evolution. Like, a lot of what people are going through and experiencing, like, you've already done that past lifetimes. All right. It's almost as though, if you thought of this as like school, you're in the 12th grade, okay, but the majority of everybody around you is, like, say, in the 8th grade, all right? Just with the expansion of your consciousness that I'm picking up. All right, Knight of Swords, yeah, right there. You are highly evolved. And Four of Cups, but you're tired, like, you are. Okay, so I do see that there is a soul companion for you. And some of you, I feel this is like romantic desire, and some of you, this is more like, I want a friend that could just get me, that I could just spend time with, you know? So I do see that. Don't have dark thoughts like that will never happen or never come for you. And don't judge yourself. Don't beat yourself up again, because even though you feel so different than others, it doesn't mean like that something's wrong with you. You are here for a higher spiritual purpose. You are, with this reading, and you're out of this world. Like, again, I keep feeling that, like, you're out of this world. You are here to teach, and it's just your patience gets worn very thin with the slow rate of growth. And you might not understand that. Like, you're like, why does this frustrate me? Why does this make me so mad? It's because you know what you know at the soul, and it's like, come on, come on, come on, you know? So it's just, you're evolved and you move at a quicker pace, and the realization of that and recognizing that will help you feel better and help you not feel like there's something wrong with you because of how you see, how you perceive, how you experience. There is nothing wrong with you. You need to surrender to the greatness of who and what you are, and have more patience for yourself and your journey, because there is so much for you to discover this lifetime, Scorpio. And I love the stars right there. And here with the Ten of Swords, no matter what, you're always going to bounce back and higher than ever before, Scorpio. You are out of this world, and I highly recommend making a conscious effort to connect with the Pleiades consciousness if you don't already, because they're coming in so strong to help you. And it's like, we want to take you on an adventure this lifetime. Like, we want to show you a whole new side of reality, which is very exciting and magical to you, Scorpio. So let's pull some messages from your passed on loved ones and see what they would like to add to all of this. All right, take control of the situation. We know you can do this. Don't ever give up, Scorpio. Don't ever surrender. Never. You are a very powerful being, and never judge yourself by those who are around you. Never forget you are loved. Love never dies. So the Pleiades, your passed on loved ones, all around you, giving you love, Scorpio, not wanting you to ever feel alone. And your intuition is strong. We are reaching out to help. So these beings, as well as other spirits around you, talk to you through your intuition, okay, as well as your passed on loved ones. You guys receive a lot of messages. You all are channelers, whether you have a like conscious recognition of that or not. Like, highly intuitive, highly sensitive. And when you're like, my antenna's off, it's because you're out of balance. That's the only reason. And once you get back in balance, taking control, that you're unstoppable. Like, you just see the truth. You feel the truth. Don't doubt yourself. All right, let's pull some more messages from your loved ones. Healed. What hurt and harmed me in life no longer affects me. I have healed and returned to the vibration of unconditional love. So some of you, this loved one wants you to know that even though they did suffer quite a bit when they were physically incarnated, they are healed from that energy, and they are at peace, and they are happy. Next is Earth Angel. I didn't realize how deeply you loved me while I was physically alive. I see it now, and I know you are one of my Earth Angels. You greatly blessed my life. I always loved you too. So acknowledgement from your loved ones that yes, you are an Earth Angel, Scorpio. And now look at this, Guardian Angel. I am part of your spiritual team. I am one of your guardian angels now. You will feel my guidance through your intuition, thoughts, and emotions. I am always here to help you. I'm only a thought away. Think of me and I will give you a sign. I am with you. Wow, so this sitting on this card about your intuition, here it is. This loved one is also part of your spiritual team, guiding you at this time, Scorpio, leading you. You never need to be in the dark, all right? In any situation that seems grim, you're always going to bounce up out of that. Believe that, know that. And you are highly protected. You are from out of this world, Scorpio. Let's pull you one final message. Let go of the old tales and write your own adventure story. Yeah, you're always going to bounce back. Always, always, Scorpio. So those are your messages from the spirit realm. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.